Hello everyone, Scooty 007 here bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game we have the 2-4 Boston Red Sox taking on the 1-4 Toronto Blue Jays. And here is the starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Leading off, the second baseman, Dustin Peoria. Batting second, the first baseman, Kevin Yorkills. Batting third, the designated hitter, David Ortiz. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, Manny Ramirez. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Mike Lau. Batting sixth, the right fielder, J.D. Drew. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jason Vrotek. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Julio Lugo. On the mound for the Blue Jays, it is Roy Halladay. Halladay. One loss, 7.50 ERA, 6 innings pitched, allowed 7 hits, 1 run, and 2 walks. We're here at the Rogers Center, which gives a +1 to walks, a +1 to strikes, -1 to walks. And with that, we are ready to start. Dustin Peoria steps up. He's batting a 174. Here's the pitch. 5-6 strike. That's a 5. That's a 5. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Kevin Yorkills, who's batting an .063 average. Here's the pitch. 2-6 blank. 6-5 question mark 9. Power hit to Rios on a 1. That's going to be a single. And that's a base hit for Kevin. Infield coming into double play depth. Strategy rolls a 9 as David Ortiz comes up. He's batting a 250. Here's the pitch. 2-5, strikeout 10. The 20 is too high. 5-5, pop up to third. And that is out number 2, and that's going to bring up Manny Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 2. Ramirez batting a 150. 5-5, strikeout 14. That's a 20. No strikeout there. 1-3, and that's going to be a single to Wells. All right, we have a 1. So we're going to check the second die roll, which is a 3. So on either one of these so far, the lead runner, Kevin, will advance to third. We're going to check to see for extra base run for Ramirez. It's a -1 hit to Wells. That's a 3. Lead runner advances. If roll is less than or equal to, that's a 3 on the die roll. That's a 3, and he will advance. And with that, we have runners on second and third. He gained that extra base. All right, Boston with runners in scoring position. Strategy rolls 11 as Mike Lau comes up. He's batting a 136. The pitch. 3-6, possible error on a ground ball. 6-5, fly ball to Rios. And that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. Leading off, the left fielder, Sharon Stewart, batting second. The second baseman, Aaron Hill, batting third. The right fielder, Alex Rios, batting fourth in the cleanup position. The center fielder, Vernon Wells, batting fifth. The designated hitter, Frank Thomas, batting sixth. The first baseman, Lyle Overbay, batting seventh. The third baseman, Marco Storato, batting eighth. The catcher, Rob Bajaris, and batting ninth, the shortstop, John McDonald. On the mound for the Bo Sox, it's going to be Josh Beckett. First time we're seeing him in this replay. 12 wins, 10 losses, a 4.03 ERA, 174.13 innings pitched, 173 hits. He allowed 172 strikeouts and 33 walks. Stewart, first time we're seeing him. Here's the pitch. 1-1, strikeout 6. The 12 is too high. And that is going to be 3-6. That's going to be a single to Ramirez. And with that, Stewart gets on with a base hit. Now, we have a steal attempt coming up. That's right. So that's going to be a -2. That's going to be a 13 or less. And that is a 4. And he stole second. So we have a stolen base. And that's going to bring up Aaron Hill. Hill is batting a .263. Here's the pitch. 6-3. Blank. 3-2. Ground ball to short. And the is at first. Stewart getting the hold sign. And 1 away. Infield Stewart double play depth as Alex Rios comes up. He's batting a .364. Strategy roll 6. Here's the pitch. 1-5 strikeout 10. The 20 is too high. 1-3, and that is going to be a double past Ramirez. And with that, the Blue Jays lead off with a run. All right, Vernon Wells is up. He's batting a .286. Strategy roll 12. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 2-1 strikeout 6. The 19 is too high. 4-1 line drive to Lau. And the runner is doubled up. And they turn a double play. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. After 1. Toronto 1. Boston nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's J.D. Drew, Jason Vertek, and Jacoby Ellsbury due up for the Bo Sox. J.D. Drew batting a .273. Here's the pitch. 3-3. That's going to be a walk. That's a 15. That's a 1. And they walk him. Jason Vertek up. He's batting a .188. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 17. Infield coming in to double play depth. 6-5. Possible error on a throw. 6-6. And that is going to be a ground ball to McDonald. Error rating is at a 1 to 9. That's a 14. No error there. And that is going to move Drew over to second. And the play is at first. So they get Verdict out at first on a fielder's choice. On that one, that's going to bring up Jacoby Ellsbury, who's batting in 083. Strategy roll 9. 4-5, that's going to be a blank. 6-4, fly ball to Wells. And Drew is going to get the hold sign, 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Julio. Julio batting at 353, strategy roll 2. Here's the pitch. 4-4, strikeout 11. The 12 is too high. 3-6, that's going to be a single to McDonald. And that is going to score Drew. Drew has a base run of 4. He'll come home on a 3-6. So he goes from second to home on a 3-6. And that ties the game up. So the Boston Sox come back to tie it up as we go to the top of the order. Here's Dustin Peoria. Peoria batting is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Strategy roll 17, infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 5-5, strikeout. That's a 5. That's a 5. Struck him out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Frank Thomas, Lyle Overbay, and Marco Storacco due up. Stutero due up for the Blue Jays. All right, Frank, batting a 158. Here's the pitch. 4-1. Home run. That's a 14. That's 11. Kaboom! That ball is going back to the wall, and that ball is out of here. Solo home run for Frank Thomas. And that puts the Blue Jays up 2-1 as Lyle Overbay, batting a 333, steps up. Here's the pitch. 1-6, strikeout 10, the 17 too high. 5-4, and that is going to be a single to Ellsbury. And Lyle is on with a base hit. Infield coming into double play depth as Marcos comes up. He's batting a 267. Strategy roll 10. Here's the hit. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-1. 4-1 is a home run. That's a 3. The 19, way too high. 1-3, power hit to Ramirez. That's a 12. That's going to be a double. Double. Lyle getting the hold sign, and runners are now at second and third. And that's going to bring up Rob Bojaris, who's batting a 500. Here's the pitch. 2-4 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Rogers Center for this play. 6-2. Single to center field. All right, and that's going to be a +2. Single to Ellsbury, that's a +2. Storado gets a 4. That's a 5, and it is not. He gets the hold sign. So runner is now in the corners. Infield going to stay infield at normal depth. We have a squeeze play coming up as John McDonald comes up. First time we're seeing him in this replay. The pitch. 6-5. Strikeout. That's a 4. That's a 3. Struck him out. And he tried to steal. And the play is caught stealing. They got him out at home. He tried to go for it. They got him out at home. As we flip over to the top of the order, Sharon Stewart due up. He's betting a 125. Well, he's 1 for 1 on the day with the run scored. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll 1. 2 outs. Runner on first. 2-5. Question mark. Single on a 1 through 6. That's a 1. That's a base hit. So now we check for Rob. Rob's base run rating is a 2. He will advance to third on a 4 through 6 out of the range. And that is going to bring up Aaron Hill. Hill 0 for 1 on the day. Strategy roll 4. Runners on first and second. Looks for the sign. And the pitch. 3-1. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-6. Fly ball to Ellsbury. And that retires the side. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. After 2, it's Toronto 3, Boston 1. We go to the top of the third. It's Kevin Yorkills, David Ortiz, and Manny Ramirez due up for Boston. Here's the pitch to Kevin. Kevin is 1 for 1 on the day. 5-1, strikeout 12, the 13 too high. 5-2, and that's going to be a single past third. And that one got past Dorado as it goes down the third baseline. And that's going to bring up David Ortiz. Ortiz 0 for 1 on the day, strategy roll 4. Here's the pitch. 3-4, blank. 4-2, ground ball to the shortstop. And that is going to advance Kevin. And Ortiz is out at first. So, runner on second, 1 out, and that's going to bring up Manny Ramirez, who's 1 for 1 on the day. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Strikeout 14, that's a 10. Struck him out. Mike Lau up. Lau is 0 for 1 on the day. Strategy roll 19. Here's the pitch. 5-4, blank. 3-4, ground ball to first. And that is out number 3. So 1 left on, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Alex Rios, Vernon Wells, and Frank Thomas due up for Toronto. Here's the pitch to Alex. Alex is 1 for 1 with a double and a ribby. 6-3, blank. 1-1, fly ball out there to Ramirez. Out number 1. Vernon Wells is up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 6-5, strikeout. 6-7, too high. 5-4, ground ball to second. That one goes to Peoria, takes it, throws over to York Hills for out number 2. Frank Thomas up. Thomas is 1 for 1 with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 2-5, double question mark, single on a 1 through 6, the 17, too high. 6-3, fly ball out there to Ramirez. And that is out number 3. So Boston retires the Jays in order, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3, it's Toronto 3, Boston 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's J.D. Drew, Jason Vertek, and Jacoby Ellsbury due up for the Bo Sox. Here's the pitch to J.D. J.D. walked his last time up. 2-3, question mark, double star on a 1 to 17. That's a 10, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop. McDonald gets it, throws it over to Overbay for out number 1 across the horn there. Jason Vertek up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 6-3, range play at Rogers Center. And that is going to be a 5-3 ground ball to first. Overbay ranges on a 1 to 5. That's a 4. With the foot on the bag, out number 2. Jacoby Ellsbury with that. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 4-5, blank. 3-6, single to center field. And that's going to bring up Julio, 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. Strategy rolls at 8. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. That's an 11. That's an 11. Struck him out. So the Red Sox leave 1 stranded. It's no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Lyle Overbay, Marco Storato due up, and Rod Bajaris due up. Overbay 1 for 1 on the day. 3-2. Home run chance on a 1 to 17. That's a 6. 12 or less. That's a 9. And Lyle Overbay, kaboom! Smacks one into the upper decks. Solo home run! Home run for Lyle Overbay, and that brings the Blue Jays up 4-1. All right, Marco is up. Marco is 1 for 1 with a double. Here's the pitch. 2-3 range play at the ballpark. 5-2, and that's going to be a fly ball to Ramirez. Ramirez's range is a 3. That's a 2. Follows it, stays under it, plop right into his glove for out number 1. Here's Rod. He's 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. Here's the pitch. 6-3, blank. 5-5, and that's going to be a double past Ellsbury. And with that, the Blue Jays have a double out there and a runner on second, 1 out. We have a pickoff attempt. That's a 6. That's a pickoff error. And that's going to move Rod over to third as Beckett overshoots second base. On that. So John McDonald up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-5. That's going to be a walk. That's a 5. The 13 is too high. 4-1. Ground ball to short. Are they going to try to score him? Yes, they are. And they're going to go for the auto out at first. So, Rod will come home to score. And they get the out at first. However, that run does count. So it's 5-1 now, Blue Jays. As we go to the top of the order, here's Sharon Stewart. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a run scored. The pitch. 1-3, wild pitch. Well, we're going to re-roll that. 2-5, double question mark. Single and a 1-6. 17 too high. 4-5, and that's going to be a single to Drew. Aaron Hill, 0 for 2 on the day. Strategy rolls a 1. We have a steal attempt. That's going to be a 15. That's going to be a 13. And that is a successful steal. Stewart steals second. Here's the pitch. 2-3 range play at Rogers Center. 6-1. Double to Ellsbury. Ellsbury ranges on a 1-4. That's a 6. That's a double. Stewart going to come home to score. And it's now 6-1 Blue Jays. Toronto really making their mark here at home. They're going to go out there and talk to Beckett on the mound. The bullpen is warming up. They're warming up the bullpen. Strategy roll 6. Here's the pitch to Rios. And that is going to be 3-2. Home run chance on a 1-1. The 10 too high. 3-4. And that's a fly ball to Ramirez. And that retires the side. So, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. After 4, it's Toronto 6, Boston 1. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Dustin Peoria, Kevin Yorkels, and David Ortiz. Top of the order. Peoria 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Halliday looking for the sign. 3-4. That's going to be a blank. 3-2. Power hit to Rios. On a 15, that's a fly ball out of here. That's a fly ball to Rios as he goes all the way back to the wall. Jumps up. makes the catch at the wall. Kevin Yorkill is up. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 1-3. That's going to be a walk. That's a 9. That's a 7. And they walk him. All right, next up, David Ortiz. Here's the pitch. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Strategy rolls a 10. 3-6. Possible error on a ground ball. 1-1. Double star 4. Ground ball to McDonald. Error ranges on a 1-9. That's an 18. No error there. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. Yorkill is going to get forced out at second. And Ortiz is on at first. With a fielder's choice, that's going to bring up Manny Ramirez, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 1. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Strikeout. 14. That's a 5. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Vernon. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Vernon Wells, Frank Thomas, and Lyle Overbay due up for the Blue Jays. And that is probably going to do it for Josh Beckett. Now they're going to leave him in for 1 more inning. They're going to see what he can do here in the 5th. However, they said if he gets at least 1 more run, he's going to get pulled. 5-2, strikeout 6. The 16 too high. 4-6, and then is going to be a ground ball to Lugo. Out number 1. Frank Thomas up. Thomas. 1 for 2 in the day with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 6-1. Strikeout 10. That's at an 11. Sorry. That's a 2. Struck him out. 2 outs, and here's Lyle Overbay. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Home run, 2 runs, RBI. Looks to the side. Gets it. Here's the pitch. 3-6 range play. 6-2 to Lugo. Range is a 2. That's a 6. And that ball got by him, and there goes the skipper out there to the mound. And that's going to do it for Josh Beckett. Beckett coming in. We have a left, right coming up for Toronto. And Boston is going to bring in They're going to bring in Justin Masterson to take over. Masterson comes into the game with an ERA of a 9.0. No wins, no losses. He's only pitched 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. Taking a look here at the stats for Josh Beckett. Beckett went 4 2/3 innings, allowed 12 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, ERA of 11.49. All right, strategy rolls a 17. No strategy there. Marco up. Here's the pitch. 6-6 at the ballpark. 1-2, ground ball back to the catcher. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 5, it's Toronto 6, Boston 1. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Mike Lowell, J.D. Drew, and Jason Verdict due up for the Bo Sox. Here's the pitch to Mike Lau. Lau is 0 for 2 in the day. 5-2 strikeout. That's a 9. The 15 is too high. 2-2. That's going to be a single to Wells. And that's a runner on. And Lau leads off with a base hit. Infield at double play depth. JD is up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 5-4 strikeout. 3-6. That's going to be a single to Wells. So with that, Lau will advance either way. Lau advances. We look at the 3 here. That's going to be a -1. That's a base run of a 3. And it is equal to that number on the second die. And with that, JD takes that single, makes it into a double. Picks up an extra base hit. And that is going to bring up Jason Verdict. Verdict batting is 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2-5 strikeout, 17. That's a 2. Struck him out. All right, Jacob Ellsbury up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2-3 question mark double star. On a 1-17, that's a 17, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. Are they going to try to score Lau? Yes. The auto out, they'll get the auto out at first. That's going to score Lau. Drew will advance to third. Out at first. And this now becomes a 4-run game. Julio up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-5. Error and a possible throw. 2 outs, runner in scoring position. 2-2. Ground ball to McDonald. Error rating is a 9. That's a 17. No error there. And that retires the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Rob Harris, John McDonald, and Sharon Stewart due up for Toronto. Justin Masterson staying out there. Here's the pitch to Rob. Rob is 2 for 2 on the day with a double, a run, and an RBI. 3-5 strikeout, 11. That's an 11. Struck him out. Struck him out, 1 away, and that's going to bring up John McDonald. 0 for 2 in the day with a strikeout and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 5-3 blank. 5-4 fly ball to Ramirez. Out number 2. We go to the top of the order. Sharon Stewart, 3 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2 runs scored. 6-1. Strikeout 6. The 20. Too high. 6-1. Fly ball to Ramirez. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. As Boston retires Toronto in order. 3 up, 3 down. After 6, it's Toronto 6, Boston 2. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Dustin Peoria, Kevin Yorkills, and David Ortiz due up for the Red Sox. Roy Halladay can face 2 more batters, so they're going to leave him in. They want to see what he can do. He's been doing well and holding Boston to only 2 runs. 5-3, strikeout 5, the 12 too high. 2-2, and that is going to be a single past third. And that one goes down the third baseline as Dustin leads off with a single. All right, infield coming into double play depth. Here's Kevin Yorkills. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. 4-4, strikeout 12. That's a 5. Struck him out. And that's out number 1. David Ortiz up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 6-3. Range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Rogers Center for this play. 3-6. Fly ball to Wells. Wells' range is on a 1-3. That's a 3. Makes the play. And 2 outs, runner on first. Roy Halladay, now tired. Manny Ramirez, 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 1-3. Walk. That's a 15. That's a 3. And they walk him. So runners on first and second. That's going to bring up Mike Lau. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 5-1, strikeout. That's a 9. That's a 1. And Singh, take me out to the ball game. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Aaron Hill, Alex Rios, and Vernon Wells due up for the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at the box score. Toronto coming off strong on the first inning. They picked up 1 run, then they picked up 2. Boston came back in the second to tie it up, but Toronto answered, taking the lead, scoring 2 runs in that inning. In the 4th inning, Toronto scoring 3 runs, putting them up to 6. Boston just scored a run in the 6th inning, putting them up on 2. So far, after 6.5 innings have been played, it's Boston 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Toronto 6 runs on 12 hits, no errors. They're going to leave Masterson in for 1 more inning. He's going to have to face Hill, Rios, and Vernon. Here's the pitch to Hill. 1-6, strike out plus. We had 10, plus the ballpark factor of 1. We had 11. That's a 19. That's a 1. And he struck him out looking. Struck him out looking, and that's going to bring up Alex Rios, 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch. 1-4, strikeout plus. That's a 20. That's a 12. Struck him out looking. And Vernon Wells up. 2 up, 2 down. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 6-6 at the ballpark. Go to Rogers Center, 6-5. Ground ball to Lugo. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. As Boston retires the Blue Jays in order. It's 3 up, 3 down. After 7. It's Toronto 6, Boston 2. We go to the top of the 8th. It's J.D. Drew, Jason Verdick, and Jacoby Ellsbury due up for the Blue Jays. That's going to do it for Roy Halladay. Holiday. And we have a left switch left coming up. They're going to bring in Brian Howlett. They're going to bring in Brian Talbot to pitch. Talbot comes into the game with an ERA of a 4.50. No wins, 1 loss, a 4.50 ERA, 2 innings pitched, allowed 4 hits, 1 strikeout. Take a look here at the stats for Roy Halladay. He went 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. As an ERA of 4.84. We head into the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Talbot. 4-6. That's going to be a walk plus. That's a 30. That's an 11. Walk him. All right, Jason Verdict up. Here's the pitch. 2-6 at the ballpark. 6-1. That's going to be a double to Wells. And that is going to score Drew. And Boston cuts the lead in half. Infield at normal depth. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury. He's 1 for 3. The pitch. 1-1. Blank. 3-6, and that's going to be a single to Wells. And that's going to hold Jason, as his 4 is not high, as the 5 is higher than his base run rating of a 4. All right, here's the pitch to Julio. 3-6, that's going to be a blank. Infield at double play depth. 3-4, that's a single to Hill. And Ellsbury will advance to second. He advances on a 3-6. He picks up a second base. And just like that, the bats have awoken for the Bo Sox. We go to the top of the order, no outs. Dustin Peoria up. Here's the pitch. 2-2, hit by pitch. That's a 2. The 16 too high. That's a -5. Hit by pitches. 4-6, fly ball to Stewart. And that is going to be a sacrifice fly. And Julio will hold. 1 out. 1 out, and Boston makes it a 1-run game now. A strategy rolls a 16. Talbot now tired. 3-4, strikeout 12. That's an 8. Struck him out. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Big Poppy, David Ortiz. Strategy rolls a 5. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Blank. 1-3. Ground ball to McDonald. And that retires the side. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Frank Thomas, Lyle Overbay, and Marco Storado due up. That's going to do it for Justin Masterson. Masterson coming out. We have a right, left, right coming up for Boston. And they're going to bring in... They're going to bring in Hideki. He only pitched 1/3 of an inning so far in this replay, so nothing else there. Does have 1 save on the season. Taking a look at the stats here at the bottom of the 8th. for Justin. He went 2 1/3 innings, had 3 strikeouts, ERA of 4.19. All right, here's the pitch. He's got to face Frank Thomas, Lyle Overbay, and Marco. Frank 1 for 3 on the day, 1-3 double star, fly ball to Ramirez. Out number 1, and that's going to bring up Overbay, who's 3 for 3. The pitch. 5-5 double star, fly ball to Ramirez. Out number 2. And that's going to bring up Marco. Marco 1 for 3 on the day. The pitch. 2-6, strikeout 7. That's an 8. The 8 too high. 2-3, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Rios. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 8, it's Toronto 6, Boston 5. But will we see some 9th inning magic? It's Manny Ramirez, Mike Lau, and J.D. Drew due up. That's going to do it for Brian Talbot. They're going to bring in their close. They're going to bring in B.J. Ryan for the save here. Take a look at the stats for Brian Talbot. He went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, ERA of 12. Ryan comes into the game with an ERA of a 38.57. He's only pitched 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks, no wins, no losses, and no saves so far in the season. The pitch, 1-4, strikeout 10, the 19 too high. 1-1, fly ball to Wells. Underneath that, out number 1, and that's going to bring up Mike Lau. Lau is 1 for 4 in the day. Here's the pitch. 5-4, strikeout plus, that's a 17, that's a 10. Struck him out. And that is going to bring up J.D. Drew. No one made any changes to the lineup here. Drew, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. The Bo Sox down to the last out. 3-3, wild pitch. We're going to re-roll. That's a foul ball. 2-5. Strikeout plus, that's a 25, that's a 6, struck him out, and that's the game. And Toronto defeats the Red Sox 6-5. Final line score coming right up. So Toronto defeating Boston 6-5. Boston 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Toronto 6 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Roy Holiday picks up his first win. Josh Beckett takes the loss. B.J. Ryan gets the save. Frank Thomas and Lyle Overbay both with their first home runs of the season. Take a look here at the stats. Roy Holiday gets the win. 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, ERA of a 4.84. Josh Beckett draws the loss. He went 4 2/3 innings, allowed 12 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, ERA of 11.49. And B.J. Ryan gets the save, went 1 inning, had 2 strikeouts, ERA of 15.89. So with that, Toronto will go to 4-2. Boston drops to 2-5. And that's going to do it for us here at the Rogers Center. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And until next time, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.